Hi, I'm Gina with the Town of Gilbert Water Conservation Office. So you've watched the How to Read Your Meter video and you know there's water going somewhere it shouldn't be. If you have a pool, that's the first place to check. Pools have what we call autofill valves, and those basically regulate the water level in your pool. As water evaporates out of your pool, the autofill valve adds water into your pool so that the water level doesn't get too low. Sometimes these autofill valves can get stuck on, so they continuously add small amounts of water into your pool. The first thing you want to look at is the water level of your pool. It should be at about the middle of the top tile of your pool. If you don't have tiles in your pool, then open up your skimmer bucket and the water level should be about halfway in there as well. If you notice that the water level is over the middle of that top tile, then you might have an issue with your autofill valve. So let's take a look at one. They're normally located under these round plastic lids, and when you open it up, you'll notice your autofill valve in here. If it is running, you'll notice a slight hissing noise. It'll sound something like this. And sometimes you have to lower your head down to it to get a good listen as well. This is a simple float valve, and there are other types of valves that look more like the ones that you'll find in your toilets. So if you're looking to turn off the water supply to the pool, you're going to want to find your backflow preventer. Now your backflow preventer prevents any pool water from going back into your home water supply, so it's very important. This particular backflow preventer is in the ground, but most of the time you'll see them connected to your house with a hose bib of some kind. So in this case, the water supply to the pool is turned on because we know that this valve is running parallel to this pipe. That signifies that water is free to flow through this pipe over to your pool. To turn off the water supply to your pool, we're going to turn this valve a quarter of a turn, or 90 degrees, and sometimes you might have to get some pliers or some type of tool to make sure that that is all the way turned. Now that the water supply to your pool is turned off, go ahead and head back out to your meter and see if that water consumption on your meter has stopped. If it has stopped, then you might have an issue with your autofill and you should contact your pool professional as soon as possible to get that looked at. If the water consumption on your meter has stopped, but the water level of your pool seems okay, then it's time to try out the bucket test. For this test, we're going to get a bucket and something heavy to put inside the bucket so that it doesn't move around too much, and we're going to put it on the top step of the pool. So we're putting the bucket on the top step of the pool with something heavy in it so it doesn't move around too much. At that point, you're going to start filling up your bucket with water so that the water level matches the water level of the pool. While doing the bucket test, if you have a water feature like this fountain, make sure that stays off during the entirety of the bucket test because that will increase the evaporation to your pool. So now that you have the bucket in here with the water level that matches the water level of the pool, make sure that your autofill is still off, that backflow that we just took a look at. Now you're just going to leave it like this for 2 to 4 days. When you come back out, the water level of the pool should match the water level of the bucket still. If you notice that the water level of the pool is lower than the water level of the bucket, then you might have a leak in your pool and you should contact a pool professional to get that checked out. For more videos on how to check for more leaks inside and outside of your home, stay tuned.